Have you seen the coverage on the ocean temperature off the coast of Florida? I mean, it's outrageous.
Oh my gosh.
They literally, the article I read this morning literally used the word boiling. Do they know that's an actual physical occurrence? And when it boils, it's got to be 212 degrees. So pretty sure we're not quite there.
That's in cis temperatures.
Oh, okay.
That's a cis.
Right.
That's a cis temperature.
No wonder. Okay.
Boiling in the new science is happening right now all over the world.
Wow.
The ocean is boiling to nothing but steam.
Wow.
Unless you're using cisgender technology and cisgender language and the new cis thermometer, then it's totally different.
I think right-wing media can pack it up. That was the most right-wing 2023 clip you'll ever see. They denied the existence of climate change while demonstrating that they can't talk about literally anything without making it about trans people. Anyway, what they're talking about is reports that the ocean has gotten crazy hot. They were insisting that they don't find it weird that some record had been set off the coast of Florida. We're not supposed to be worried about that. Well, what about this? The average daily global sea surface temperature beat the previous record, which was 2016, reaching 69.7 degrees Fahrenheit. That's far above the average for this time of year. That's not one spot. That is the average across the surface of the globe's oceans. That's not good. Take a look at this chart and you can see the trend over time. Each of those tiny little lines is a different year. It is going up and up and up and up. And of course, the point of shows like Glenn Beck's is to tell all of their followers who are right wingers, but many of them don't necessarily have much money. They'll be just as victimized by climate change as anyone. It's to get them to not be worried. As literally they're in a pot and the temperature is being raised, they're being told not to freak out about it, okay? That's what the point of it is. We've got more, Brett, but what do you think about this?
He's a conversation stopper. This is my new war against conversation stoppers. It's like people who are like, oh, you said you were speaking figuratively, but we're going to choose to take you literally so that I can feel dope and stop a conversation. Mm-hmm. People do it all the time.
Fun.
What and it's horrible. A lot of people do it. He doesn't want to have the conversation, so he's doing that to kick out. So when someone comes back, like John did, and says, like, actually, was he speaking figuratively? Here's the data. No, they never want to continue that conversation, so they will kick out and they'll move on. But at least they're just uproariously funny, and comedy's alive on the right wing, dude.
Yeah,
real good jokes, boys.
It was really funny because the cis thing's not normally, like that's not about temperature normally, but they made it about it. So it's technically a reference. And I believe that comedy is just about referencing things, right?
Yeah, just ask any frat boy. They think they're telling jokes when they're just quoting like Top Gun.
I think that's pretty funny. Have you ever tried it with Anchorman? It's great. Anyway, by the way, don't like pretend that I didn't notice your references to wrestling there with the kicking out. I like that. By the way, the big pay-per-view is tomorrow. You guys can come over, we'll watch it. Let's do it. There'll be Pridge.
Yep.
Anyway, with that said, the issue with the oceans isn't just the heat. The heat is actually having a big effect. I mean, it's killing tons of animals, but we'll get to that. For now, we want to focus on the actual waves. Did you know that they can get worse as climate change boils our oceans? Sorry to speak figuratively. Waves and surf along the California coast are getting both bigger and taller because of global warming, according to a new study. In fact, winter wave heights along the Golden State have risen by nearly a foot in the last 50 years. And surf of at least 13 feet is becoming more common off the coast as the climate warms. The researchers used 90 years of seismic data to measure past wave heights, creating what they call an unprecedented record of the waves that have pounded California's coast over the past several decades. They found that the average winter wave heights have grown, like I said, foot since 1970, and you can see over time these swells becoming, the bigger swells becoming more and more common as you get closer to the present day. So I know what Brett is gonna say, like good for the surfers, but it's not necessarily great.
Fine, I'll put my shirt back on. Jesus, John, I had a whole bit going. I had already taken my shirt off, showing rippling abs and dazzling pecs.
I found it too intimidating. I had to be the conversation stopper. I watch a lot of Glenn Beck. I've learned well.
Well, I have nothing. How much time we got left? My whole surf bit got screwed over by Iadarola.
How about let's cut out what I said and let's do the surf bit.
But that's it. I mean, really, like the point is like, yo, it's a small price to pay, like no crop yield, like everybody's losing their houses who lives on the coast, but at least like it's breaking both ways, dude. It's breaking both ways. We got double overheaders, toes to the nose, bros.
I don't even know I haven't watched Point Break in a while, so I don't get that. But anyway,
breaking both ways is a Apocalypse Now reference. They're breaking both ways.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.